So this is one of the first phases here with this GeoCell, and you see that right there, that's a tendon clip, and all these knots, they're all special. Every one of them is. That particular one's done incorrectly, but the tendons, which is the white rope that goes in 1, 3, 5, and 7, that's where those go. So it's 4 per panel. Each panel is about 8.5 to 9 foot wide, depending on how tight you pull it long ways. But you got to get your cable in first up at the top, and we use concrete anchors. We dug a crest, and you can see that's our, see how that dirt's kind of cut right there. That's our crest, and that's how we start with this. And then we use he's taking it down the hill, but we use the we got a big excavator, so that's what we're using to fill this in. The first thing you got to do is set your concrete, and we used a 1/4 inch vinyl wrapped cable, which I'll show you here. You can start to see it right here. And all we did is, that's 80 pounds of concrete, and we dug a hole just like a post hole and put the concrete in there. And then we put these tendons in every 1, 3, 5, and 7, and that comes out to about every other hole is about where that comes out to. We tied our special knot right there. We used stakes to hold it as far back as we could. This one's not perfect. It's not perfect, so it's the first time doing this one, so there's a lot of room for improvement, especially like when you hit corners. You gotta know how to angle your corners where they cut together. And then whenever he was using that big old thing down there to fill this in, we had one guy on each side, and they would kind of hold this back, and they would use a hoe, and as that dirt got poured out, they would kind of spread it. And you see, we got to have a strong support system up here to hold these guys as they're going down, or this GeoCell just fall off. So that's why you put your rope in, you take it down 4 holes, and you put your plastic tendon clip in, and then you're ready to pour your dirt in. And you want to make sure that you just do the top first, because you notice we did just the top section here, and then we got them down there working. And that's so that they don't have to dig their rope out to poke it back through the holes and run up our labor. So that is really how these work. Now, once they get all of these in, then we're going to fill this all in. We're going to cover it all up. And what this is going to do is going to take that water as it falls down, and it's going to force that water to go over the top to where the GeoCell is. And that way we don't have any erosion, because the water is not going to be able to erode all this. Presco is the name of it. That's the name of the brand, Presco. It's not going to be able to erode the GeoCell. And then we're going to, as soon as this goes up, we're going to plant some clover over it. We're going to pre-germinate that so it'll take off really fast. And we're planning on just having straight vegetation over this. And then, we're packing this in. This has not been packed in yet. We broke the machine today. So that right there is how you do it. And of course, you can jump on YouTube and find plenty of videos to get to your more specifics. It's sold in those panels, and this right here, I kind of wish they would do them like give us like a 40-foot panel, but that's a little bit much to ask. But they give you these clips here. These called Atria keys, and this one's fairly clean. But you just push them, you just push that in sideways and then turn it vertical. And there's about 29 holes, and it takes about 30 minutes per panel to do it. But that's how we connected all of these panels. And you can see they kind of come in like a, I don't know, it's kind of like a slinky up there, but it's sitting up there. We haven't unfolded that one because we haven't made it to that side yet. But that's it. And then at the bottom, you got to work on your water runoff. We did an okay job with this one. This was just a temporary ditch that runs down to help guide our water. But it rained about 2.5 or 3 inches about 3 days ago. So we're still, you got to work quickly with this stuff because you don't want the rain to sneak in before you put it up, and it can. So it's you do have to work fairly quickly to get this in while you got dry dirt. But yep, that is how this works.